Saying the city hasn't moved fast enough. Governor J.B. Pritzker announced the state is stepping in to help with the migrant crisis.
We're stepping in here to try to help and accelerate this process. It isn't moving fast enough. That's why you're seeing people still on the street, and we just can't have people on the street. This is a humanitarian endeavor. We cannot have people freezing on the streets of Chicago as we head into very cold weather.
You should start looking for shelter or go to other state, other city.
With the realization of a cold winter ahead, combined with the lack of shelter and jobs, many migrants we spoke with at the 1st and 12th District police stations say if given the opportunity, they would leave Chicago for another city.
Governor Pritzker went on to say the state is going to be more aggressive in its effort to get things under control in Chicago. Mayor Brandon Johnson was not at today's news conference.
Specifically to address these bottlenecks, providing support to improve every stage of the asylum seeker resettlement journey. In August of 2022, the first bus of newly arrived asylum seekers reached the city of Chicago. Sent by Governor Abbott of Texas to sow chaos, they were dropped off with no warning and no coordination. It was and remains a callous effort to play politics with people's lives. But here in Illinois, we did what was right.
And this new money is intended to remove people from sleeping at police stations and help them integrate into the community, something we found isn't always happening.
We're stepping in here to try to help and accelerate this process. It isn't moving fast enough.
At Chicago Police District 18, the bottlenecks the governor says he wants to eliminate are clear. We saw some of the same people staying here who we'd met and interviewed 6 weeks ago.
We welcomed them. We swiftly organized to find shelter and food and the care that they needed to get on their feet. In the months since, the number of new arrivals seeking shelter has grown.
We did reach out to the mayor's office to respond to the governor's remark that the city wasn't working fast enough, but we have not heard back.
And the cold weather is coming, as Brandt's been telling us.
It is. It'll be here before we know.
Over 24,000 people, a number we expect to continue to rise. Alongside our local partners, we have taken an unprecedented humanitarian response to meet this moment. From the state, that has meant hundreds of millions of dollars in state funding for shelter, staff, food, healthcare, transportation, rental assistance, direct funding to the city of Chicago, and more.
Did not hold back his criticism of how the city has been handling the crisis, saying the state has been offering assistance and living up to its end of the deal.
The truth is, our law does not offer asylum if the question is economic. The question, are you under hardship? Are you being persecuted? Are you being religiously persecuted? I don't know how many coming across the border can check all those boxes.
Some migrants even want to go back to their home country.
They have an American dream, for my opinion, is a fake. So they asking me a lot for if I know somebody who can buy a ticket flight for them to come back to Venezuela.
2,000 people who signed us, Senator here who said no. He said 2,000 people who signed us, Senator here who said no.
The federal government has failed in this moment to not only secure the border, to address the asylum seekers, and to provide for their well-being, since they're putting cases 6 years away.
Right. That is the point.
Temperatures are only dropping further down from here on out, and that means time is running out to get migrants inside shelters.
This administration, I don't understand why, but they believe in open borders. This administration, the Biden administration, believes that vetting people at the border is racist. I don't. I think it's prudent.